Hey everybody, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today for hashtag Tea Tuesday. This is an open collab that is hosted by Life with Patty. And I normally don't do Tea Tuesday because I'm usually working, but I finished Daughter of Smoke and Bone and I promised Patty a review. I don't know how well this review is going to be because I usually don't do reviews. And I'm off for the whole week for the holiday. I took 3 days of PTO and our office is closed on Thursday and Friday. So, what a perfect way to do Tea Tuesday. I'm not drinking tea. I am drinking Pacific Bold from Kirkland brand in my Marauders map mug. I'm about halfway through with it. I do drink tea, but not very often. I'm not a big tea drinker. In the wintertime, I'll drink tea every once in a while. If I start drinking the elderberry tea, then that means I'm coming down with something, and then usually I can't get enough of that tea. There is another one I like to drink is Tazo Zen. I don't like mint tea. It tastes disgusting to me. But the Tazo Zen has a little bit of mint, but it's also a green tea, which I typically don't drink. But it's like a comforting kind of tea. I'm not sure why. I do like the fruit-based teas. And I also drink teas that are close to coffee. English breakfast, chai tea, Earl Grey, that kind of thing. Alrighty. So, this is an open collab, as I had mentioned before, hosted by Life with Patty. And just make sure you follow the hashtag Tea Tuesday if you want to know what everybody else is up to on this Tuesday. If you want to post your own Tea Tuesday, make sure you tag Patty at Life with Patty so that she can watch your video. Alrighty, so this book right here is called Daughter of Smoke and Bone. It is by Laini Taylor. It is a young adult fiction book. She has won numerous awards for its New York Times Notable Book of the Year, Publishers Weekly Best Fiction Book of the Year, a School Library Journal Best Book of the Year, a Kirkus Reviews Best Teen Book of the Year, an Entertainment Weekly Must List selection, an ALA Top 10 Book for Young Adults selection, an Andre Norton Award for Young Adult Science and Fiction. An Andre Norton Award for Young Adult Science Fiction and Fantasy Book finalist. Okay. This is what she looks like. I just want my coffee. So, Laini Taylor is the author of 3 previous novels, the Dream Dark books, Blackbringer and Silk Singer, and the National Book Award finalist Lips Touch 3 times. She lives in Portland, Oregon with her husband, illustrator Jim DiBartolo, and their daughter Clementine. That's such a cute name for a little girl. It's a pretty hefty, pretty decent sized, book. It was published in, which I'm surprised I never heard of this book before. First published hardcover in September of 2011. First paperback edition, June 2012. I was like right in the thick of being a Owlcrate subscriber. So I'm kind of surprised that this one didn't make the Owlcrate, but then I also canceled. So I think I started. I'm trying to remember. I think I didn't get the very first box. I think I got the second box when they first started offering up the subscription, and then I ended it 2 years ago, maybe. When your subscription boxes, you open them, you look at them, you put everything back in the box, and you stuff it in a room. That means it's time to end your subscription. And that's what I did after, I think, a year after collecting boxes. I went into my library, which is basically our spare room with 2 bookshelves. And I had opened 16 boxes, I think, that were just being stored in there. That's why my TBR is so huge right now, because I have not read half of those books that I had received. But anyway, so daughter of Smoke and Bone, she had been innocent once, a little girl playing with feathers on the floor of a devil's lair. She wasn't innocent now. Around the world, black handprints are appearing on doorways, scorched there by winged strangers who have crept through a slit in the sky. In a dark and dusty shop, a devil's supply of human teeth grows dangerously low. And in the tangled lanes of Prague, a young art student is about to be caught up in a brutal, otherworldly war. The retail is $9.99, but I bought mine at Goodwill, so it cost me $2.29. I was just popping over at Goodwill checking to see if they had any stamps for sale because I had found quite a nice collection of stamps at one of the Goodwills that I go to. And that same Goodwill, I have a lot of good luck with books. And I had been in a reading slump, and this caught my eye. Now, it did take me 2 months to read it. When I am stressed at work, I do not read while I'm at work. And if the book is good, but not like to where I absolutely have to read it every single day, then I won't. So I was basically only reading it on Sundays for a very short amount of time when I was running an errand. So that's what took me so long to read the book. Not that it was not a bad book, because it was really a good book. The premise of this book, it's about two factions going to war that have been in war for centuries, for like lifetimes. This is an angel, seraphs, versus devils, Chimaera type of book. If you're not interested in angels and devils and the story that she created in this world of hers, then you're probably not going to like this book. If you are open-minded to the fun and excitingness of young adult literature that's fiction and how their interpretation could be, then you're going to love this book. I actually really enjoyed this book. I found out at the end, because apparently I don't have enough insight. It says right here, Days of Blood and Starlight, but I thought this was a standalone and maybe this was another standalone. No, this is part 2. This is a trilogy. The only reason why I'm upset it's a trilogy is because I bought this book at Goodwill. So, this is about a girl. Her name is Karu, and I might be saying that wrong. It's Karou. Apparently, it means hope in Chimaera. And it's about a young girl who was raised basically as an orphan with Chimaera. She didn't know anything about her life before she got there. She only remembers back to the age of 6. She has been an artist her whole entire life. She's been drawing these friends of hers, which we would consider creatures, but they were her friends. They were her family. She's been drawing them her whole entire life. She moves to Prague. She has a fake grandmother that enrolls her into school. And she's living in Prague as an art student. And she has a best friend. And they go to this this place to eat goulash and hang out with each other. And every once in a while she'll go on an errand that's secret and she can't tell her best friend about it. She'll come back a few days later, broken, bloodied, bruised, what have you. And wouldn't tell her friend anything what had happened. And then on one errand, she encountered an angel. She was injured. She went, she was able to go back through the doorway through, on the errand that one of the devils had sent her on, which his name is Brimstone. Brimstone, he's one of the main characters of the book. And on this errand that he had sent her, she got injured. She came back through. And there was a door between the shop that she was never allowed to go through. And as she was recovering, it was open and she went through it. And he found out she almost died again. And then he cast her out. A couple of days or a week later, the doorway was burnt. She couldn't get back to her family. And she finds out that this angel had found her and they share a past. And he's trying to help her figure out what that past is. So that's all I'm going to tell you about it, because if I go too far into it, it will definitely cause a lot of spoilers. But if you're into this type of premise, you'll really like this book. I really enjoyed this book. And now my problem was, is that how am I supposed to read Blood and Starlit? Because of course I have to finish the trilogy, because that's just what happens. Now, if I didn't like this first part of the book, I wouldn't finish the trilogy, but I like this first part. Now I want to know what happens. Because this story is so complex, it has so many different things going on with it, but they're not jumbled together. It's pieced together very well, too much so that I do want to finish reading it. So, in step my tablet. This right here is called a Libby app. I don't know how many people have this app. It's Kindle app is next to it, which you can do it through the Kindle too if you like. If you have an Amazon Prime, I believe you can actually read the next books for free through Kindle, through your Amazon app if you have, or through your Amazon account if you have Prime Amazon account, and it lets you read a certain amount of books for a certain amount of time. I never really take full advantage of all my Amazon opportunities. I tried to do the music. I tried to listen to music at work, but it said that I have to have a playlist set up. I don't need a playlist for Pandora, so I just hit Pandora and move on with my life. But anyway, so the Libby app lets it's downloadable on any, and this is not sponsored, I'm just telling you that right now. You can download it in any tablet, any phone, any whatever. It's Google Play, which I think is how I got this one, because this is an Android tablet, and you can log into any library that you have an account with. So I'm logged into my Phoenix library. I searched for the author, and then the author brought up this book and book 3, which I can't remember the name of it right now. So I downloaded it yesterday. I've read 32 chapters already. Now it is my vacation, so I'm hoping to read a little bit more than what I normally do each day. The downside is you have 14 days to read the book, and then you have to return it. If somebody's waiting for it, then you'll have to reborrow it. I did that with Priory of the, I think that's how you say it, Priory of the Orange Tree. That book is long. That is a very, very long book. I didn't get enough time. 14 days was not enough time to read that huge book. So that was on my do not finish, my DNF list, because I didn't have time to finish it. So anyway, you have 14 days. If nobody's waiting for it, you can reborrow it, and then it'll even ask you, I think, at the end when it's done, as long as you do it before they as long as you go back in there before your deadline, because once you get to your deadline, they yank that book right back because somebody else is waiting for it. So it makes sense that they would do that. This is also how I read all my J.D. Robb books. I love J.D. Robb. She is it's Nora Roberts' pen name. It's a series. It's an in-depth series that she has been writing for many years. I think we're up to book 52 or 53 right now, and I've read every single one of them. I own them all up to, I think, 40 something. I think. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've gone to a book sale, and that's usually where I get them, is that there's a VNF book sale that they have here in Phoenix, and they will have several copies of the most recent ones in hardback, and I will buy them because I just love these. I love that series. So I just automatically buy them. But anyway, but when I can't, I just read them on the Libby app, which is a fantastic app to use. But anyway, you read this. You can read all 3 of them on the Libby app, and I believe you can read all 3 of them on the Kindle. I don't do audiobooks, but you could probably do it on Audible. I don't waste my time with audiobooks. I might as well just sit down and watch a movie, because no, I can't listen to audiobooks or podcasts while I'm working because I need to focus on work. I know some people use that to focus. I just can't. But anyway, so I give this book 5 stars, right? I'm going to give it about 4 stars. I very seldom give a book 5 stars unless I think it's like, unless it's a J.D. Robb book, because I just automatically given it 5 stars because I've been following that storyline for years. But most books I usually only give 4.5 at the most. It's entertaining. There is a little bit of adult content in it, but it's not a lot. I know some people don't like, especially with young adults, they don't like to have sex scenes in young adult books. The premise is there, that you know that happened, but they don't go into detail about it. My J.D. Robb books do. But this book does not go into detail about it. I like the way that she formulated the story. There's a lot going on in this book. There's a lot of layers to this book, and the way that she wrote them out makes sense. I don't get confused or wonder, wait, how did that, wait, I don't understand. No, it's not. She didn't do that with this book. That's one of the reasons why I like it. I gave it a 4 probably because it started out a little bit slow. But I think that's the trademark of a good storyteller if you start the book out slow. So I do give it 4 stars. If you are interested in young adult, I would do say that go ahead and check this book out either at your library, on the app. I don't know if you want to, if you're the type of person who likes to collect trilogies, young adult trilogies, you might want to just go ahead and pick up I think they have the 3, I looked at it yesterday when I was on Amazon. I think the whole trilogy set, I'm pretty sure it's probably in paperback, is $25. I had considered it, but honestly, I have way too many books. I have 3 bookshelves completely filled with books, and I have other books. Like when my sister passed away, her husband had given me her Twilight books, had given my husband all her Stephen King books, and there were a couple other series that she follows that he gave me. So I have more than enough books. I don't need to be collecting any more trilogies. I have the ones that I really, really like the complete J.D. Robb list. I have the Harry Potter. I have the Shadow and Bone trilogy, Six of Crows duology, King of Scars duology. So I have all 5 that go with that. There's one about scars and teeth. I can't remember what it's called. But I have that. I think it's a duology for that. I have duology for Daughter of the Pirate King, which is really good. Darker Shade of Magic. I have the trilogy for that, which those books were long, but they were so good. In fact, my best friend had given me that set for Christmas one year because it was on my wish list, and it showed up at the door. I was like, "Oh!" I squealed. It was so good. I was so excited. But yeah, I don't really need to start purchasing any more trilogies than I already have. So otherwise, if something were to happen to me, you're going to find all these books at the Goodwill. Because my husband will not keep all these books. So Libby app it is. So I think I might follow up with this review, but I think I'm going to wait until after I finish book 2 and book 3. Then I could do a whole review on the whole entire series. But it's hard to do that without spoiler alerts. So I will give you a little tidbit spoiler. Her hair's blue. And she doesn't dye it. She wished she had blue hair, and now she does. And that's all I'm going to tell you. That's the only spoiler you get. It's a really good story. I really like it. I've never read any of her other books. This is the first book of hers that I have read. I will complete the series, and then I may or may not check out what other books she has written. I'm not real sure. So far, right now, she is getting me out of a reading slump that I have been in for quite some time. I have a challenge that I'm not doing so well on this year, and I decided I'm not going to beat myself up about it. It's okay. But anyway, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to like the hashtag Tea Tuesday. It's an open collab. Make sure if you do join in on this collab, just make sure that you tag Patty at Life with Patty so that she can watch your video. I'll try to put a few other people in the description bar that do participate in Tea Tuesday. I apologize if I miss anyone, but you can always just hop from YouTuber to YouTuber if they also have other people tagged in it. And if I don't make it for What's Up Wednesday, which is hosted by Tiho Creates, then I just want to wish you guys a happy holiday week. Not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving, but I will say happy Thanksgiving to those who do. I hope you have a wonderful and fun time with family and friends, having a nice meal or just getting together for a cup of coffee and having a good time. And get ready for the holidays because it's coming. If you participate on Black Friday, please be safe. If it gets too overwhelming, a $45 TV is not worth it. Just go home. They have all kinds of sales, all different times of the year. It's not worth the hassle. But if you do, just be safe. Take care of each other. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.